Welcome to WebSeriesOnFire.com, where talented filmmakers share their inspiring stories from concept to execution. And now, here is your host, Peter Papagiorgio.
Welcome to WebSeriesOnFire.com. I'm your host, Peter Papagiorgio, and I'll be sharing the stories and journeys of the creators of the hottest new web series in the entertainment industry. My guest today is Kevin Bauer. Kevin Bauer, along with his roommates Aaron Nemo and Dan King, have created a web series called Good Morning Astoria. Kevin, are you ready to ignite the entertainment industry with your web series?
Oh, I am ready to light it up, Peter.
Cool. Well, Kevin, give us a glimpse of your personal life.
Yeah. I have a full-time job. I do email marketing and design, and then I just kind of spend the rest of my time doing shows and hanging out around New York City.
So you're an actor and a writer.
I am. Yep.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of improv experience. Where did you study improv?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been doing improv since I was at Ohio State. I went to Ohio State for college and then moved out here with a few Ohio State friends. And we all started taking classes at the Upright Citizens Brigade. But
nice,
throughout
okay.
the years, we've also had, some training workshops from people from all over the place. So like I.O. in Second City, and then did a couple of classes at the Annoyance Theater out in New York as well.
Okay. Who's your inspiration in regards to improv?
In improv, Jason Mantzoukas. Absolutely love him.
Okay. And
He's
how about acting?
On stage. Acting, probably, I think probably my favorite actor is Oscar Isaac.
Okay.
He's
cool.
so charismatic. You can't not love him.
Yeah, cool. All right. Tell us about your web series. What is Good Morning Astoria about?
Absolutely. So Good Morning Astoria is a DIY morning show that's focused just on Astoria, Queens. So the studio or the set is just my kitchen, and then the correspondents are my roommates, Nemo and Dan, like you mentioned before.
Okay.
So I think the best tagline that I've heard for the show actually came from, we were lucky enough to get interviewed by the local news.
I saw that, yeah. It was at WPIX, Channel 11?
Yep.
And
exactly.
Also New York One News.
Yeah. So that was a wild weekend, man.
Cool. Build up that media kit, you know?
Right. I mean, I got 2 in the bag now. Now I guess 3 with this. So one of the news places, though, I think it was Pix 11, used the phrase "doing more with the mundane," and I love that. Like that's
good. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best slogan that I've heard for the show.
Yeah. I was telling you, I grew up in prior to the recording, I grew up in Astoria, so I know the whole mindset of Astoria, Queens. It's that small town quality, even though it's only 15, 20 minutes away from Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of gossip in town and all that, and
Yeah, people stopping and talking on the street. Moving out here, so I moved out from Ohio, and I grew up in kind of a small town. I think we were like, it's the town's called Sandusky, Ohio. I think we're technically like 5,000 people over the limit of what is considered a small town through the U.S. Census Bureau or whatever. But it was a nice place. People would like stop and talk to each other on the street. Same deal out here in Queens. And it was interesting to see that after moving to New York, everyone's like, oh, it's the mean streets in New York City. Like everybody's so pace. Nobody gives anybody any mind there. But in Astoria, it's different.
Yeah, and you don't need a car, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and the rents are a lot cheaper. But you know what? Like I was telling you, I grew up in Astoria, and the rents really used to be cheap. And they're not cheap, but you know what? Compared to Manhattan, it is still cheap.
Oh, it's dirt cheap, and like compared to Brooklyn now too. Can I ask? No worries if you're not comfortable saying. What are we talking rent wise back when you lived here?
Oh, that's fine. Well, we were paying about $1,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh my God!
What is it now?
So the apartment that we shoot the show in is there's 4 of us living there. It's technically a 3-bedroom railroad.
Oh, and I know exactly what it looks like. Yeah, I lived in the railroad too. Yeah.
It's one of those. It's $2,400 total a month.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa.
And it's like,
is the
it's
kitchen
not,
brand new at least?
oh no,
Oh,
no, no,
wow.
it's the kitchen.
Wow. Because I did live in a railroad apartment on 42nd Street there, I remember, and it was like you would basically walk into the living room. That's how our apartment was, and then to the left was the kitchen, and then they had the bathroom was like right next, like right behind the kitchen, which didn't really make that much sense. I guess
Yeah.
it did because of the plumbing, but could be embarrassing at times when you walk out of the bathroom and now you're suddenly in the kitchen. And you have guests.
Yep, I have had that happen to me multiple times.
Now, Kevin, what inspired you to create the web series?
Honestly, like probably Wolfpack music. There's a band called Wolfpack. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No, are they German?
They are. So they apparently met in a German class at the University of Michigan.
Okay.
But we used their song "First Place" as the opening credits music of the show.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's like this real nice kind of old school feeling funky music. It sounds like it's like right out of a '60s rhythm section or something.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
it's just like this nice, pleasant music. It's got a great beat to it, and I would listen to that a lot. I started listening to that a lot back in like 2014, and I'd just be like walking around the neighborhood or like sitting in my room writing, and then have that on, and it just seemed like it fit Astoria really well. So I knew that I wanted to do something there.
You went on to something, yeah.
Yeah, and then I started going to. There's this coffee shop that opened up called Kinship Coffee, and I started going there a lot.
Where is that?
It is Steinway and 30th Ave.
Oh, right on the corner there. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, right on the corner.
Is it near Rizzo's Pizza?
It's like 2 doors down.
Rizzo's Pizza is amazing. Oh my god,
so good. It's better cold too. I don't know how that works.
I have to stay focused on the podcast. I'll be thinking about Rizzo's Pizza now.
Yeah, totally understandable. Yeah, so it was like right down the street there, and I started going there a lot. I got to know the guys that work behind the counter, and started to get to know some other people that go there a bunch. And through that, we would kind of talk about, just normal conversation about like what's going on in Astoria, like what's been changing, what's opened up, what's closing, and that got me to start kind of paying attention to the place a little bit more. And I was getting a lot of like secondhand news, and I guess that kind of gave me the idea of like, all right, what if you merged secondhand news with a medium that's known for, I guess, giving it to you straight. Right. And you slap some Wolfpack music on that and put on a blue blazer, and you got it.
Cool. So basically, your concept to creation. I mean, did you kind of just write like skits at first, and then just refined it and worked on it?
It was more. I had like the general loose concept to do the show like years ago. I didn't really have too much of what I wanted to do with it. Just like the general concept of like, like a morning show, and there's like Wolfpack music on it. And then I just kind of sat on it for a while. And then I started working on this past year another show, and I edited one episode of that, and it took me 9 months. Okay. And so I finished that out in early December, and then just kind of like gave myself some time to relax. And by the time January rolled around, I wanted to do something again, but I wanted to do something with a much shorter lead time.
Sure.
And I was looking back at like, okay, what have I written? What could I do fast? Like, what could I get on its legs fast?
So, because I know you this is pretty much your baby, but I know Aaron, Nemo, and Dan King, they're kind of like your springboards off this project, right?
For sure. Yeah. So we
always helps. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And they're also comedians. So it was something that I talked to them about. And they'd been like, yeah, you should do that. And I just never did. So finally got around to making it this past January.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know was that you actually done it in January and then you put it on YouTube that quick. So yeah. I know you're in the process of, you got I've seen 2 episodes. So you're in the process of, in March, you're going to be,
Yeah, we're doing, I think we might tape a couple this month. Okay. We're trying to shorten up the lead time. Like, I'm not very good at editing, and I don't really want to hire anybody. So I'm just trying to like figure out a way that I can shorten my lead time to get the episodes on faster after we tape them. Because right now it's taking me about like a week and a half. So
okay. No, here's the magic question. Did you have any like obstacles you had to overcome? Any funny stories? I'm sure you do, right?
I think, yeah. I think the biggest obstacle was just getting people to come to Queens at 5 a.m. It's, I wasn't, we weren't originally going to film it on like an iPhone and like my roommate Dan's camera. We were originally going to have a friend of mine who has like a really, really nice, like a studio quality camera come on and film it. But I really wanted to, it's important to me to actually film it at the time that we say we're filming it. Cause you could, like get the right lighting and tape it at 7 p.m. and say that it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God, it's so early. But I think in that, especially in that first episode, you can really see the exhaustion in our eyes.
Yeah, you can actually, yeah. Basically, you made it real. Yeah, I mean, you used the real moment. Yeah.
So having it in Queens has been, having it in Astoria was, I guess, kind of an obstacle that we overcame by just shooting it ourselves, which I think gave us a little bit more of that DIY aspect. And then also in terms of the guests, we had a couple guests with us on the second episode, and they're all also from Astoria. So instead of like trying to grow.
Yeah, because I know one of the problems when I was living back east in Astoria was, if I was shooting something in Astoria to get people from Manhattan, it's like, oh, Astoria, I've heard of it. I'm going to get lost. I don't know. It's like
people like it's like you're asking them to go to a different state.
Yeah, exactly. Do I need a passport?
It's so frustrating too, because like so many, like most of my friends that I know that also do comedy live in Brooklyn and like Williamsburg, like pretty close. Like you just get on the G, but
that's it.
It's like pulling teeth to get people to come to Queens.
I know. And and let's face it, you're right near Kaufman Studios. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a great spot. The sign that originally we've got like a little sign on the desk that says Queens. I wanted that to say Silver Cup because I see it. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
But,
cool. What kind of? Let me ask you, what kind of camera and equipment did you use actually?
The camera, the main camera, like our main primary camera angle is just like a very entry level Canon. I think Dan's girlfriend got it for him for Christmas.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was like part of a starter kit.
Is it like a Vixia?
It might be. I don't actually know. I feel bad for not actually know the specifics on it.
So basically the audio is just being recorded right into the camera, right?
So the audio, that's actually the weird thing about the camera is that it, for whatever reason, doesn't have like a 3.5 millimeter jack on it.
Oh.
So I have a Zoom H4n that we got to record that other show that I've been working on.
Oh, the Zoom. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like our main audio recorder. And then I also got, because I wanted to have that lav mic, I got a $50 lav mic at Radio Shack that's wireless. And then I have that plugged into my computer back in my room. And just have like the antenna running out my door.
You're not getting any like digital sound effects from that at all? No, any digital noise and all that? Because I had those years ago and I wasn't too happy with them. But
just like wireless ones.
Yeah, but then again, that was years ago. Maybe they're better now. But I would put it on and I would just hear like static noise in the background, or it would drift and all that.
This one's been pretty good so far. It was like. I looked it up on the Radio Shack website before I bought it, and it was one of the only things on there that had 5 stars.
Ah, okay.
So for whatever reason,
I
think this. Yeah, it was like a freak good product from Radio Shack.
So, Kevin, what's your next move for Good Morning Astoria?
The next move, like I said, our biggest thing is we kind of want to. We've been thinking a lot about kind of like trying to shorten the lead time so that we can do more of them, because we're not like professional comedians yet. None of us are like on TV shows or working for TV, so we still have day jobs, and it's
it's
just
tough.
kind of a way to film as many as we can. But also, I'm not super concerned about like flooding the market with episodes, because right now it's like, why not just put them out when they're good? Like, why not just tape them when we have enough jokes that we're like, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Just don't let it, don't let it like kind of like fizzle out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I mean, it could be 3 episodes, it could be 5, it could be 10, and you'll know when it's time to like, okay, you know what, we had a good time with this, and it hit its peak. You don't want to jump the shark either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to jump the shark on it, though, I'm going to go all out. Like, I'm going to burn that thing down with like corporate sponsors and everything.
Yeah. Cool. Is there like you want to give out your contact information, website, and
Yeah, sure. So the biggest website for it so far has just been my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I'm thinking about making a Facebook page for it, but I haven't done that yet. So I won't direct people to it yet. So my name on YouTube is not Kevin Bauer.
Not Kevin Bauer. Is there a lot of Kevin Bauers out there?
There are so many Kevin Bauers, man. There's this website you can go to that you type in your name and you see how many other ones are in, like how many other people with your name exist in the world. There's like 3,000 other Kevin Bauers out there. I grew up down the street from another Kevin Bauer.
Wow.
So I had that illusion of like my name being unique to me.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so if people want to basically get in contact with you, and just go to your YouTube account, Good Morning Astoria, right? And also not Kevin Bauer.
Not Kevin Bauer. And also the comedy collective that I operate under is called Lo-Fi NYC, and that's on everything. So if you ever want to see stuff from me and then from a bunch of people who are even funnier than me, go check out Lo-Fi NYC.
Cool. Well, good luck with the project.
Thank you very much.
And
thanks for having me. This is great.
Cool. Okay, Kevin, thank you. Well, that wraps up webseriesonfire.com. If you would like to be a guest on the show, please email me at webseriesonfire@gmail.com. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to webseriesonfire.com with your host, Peter Papagiorgio. We'll catch you next time.